What is going on with y'all, man? It's your boy Blue Jay 10. I am back again with another mental health check in. You know, I ain't been on here in a little bit, but I told y'all that we was gonna do this weekly. I just got caught up in some stuff, but I'm back now. I'm gonna let people know that I'm on here. But yeah, tonight, it's just it's just gonna be a little different. I really want it to be more of a venting session for everybody. Anything y'all going through or went through during the week, I want everybody to just be able to speak freely and get everything off their chest. So, that's what I'm here for. But one thing that I really did want to touch up on is the idea that peace is a mentality. So many times I feel like we get caught up in believing that peace is a place or peace is even a person. But the sad truth behind it is that peace isn't a place. Peace has nothing to do with finances. Peace has nothing to do with anything other than the way that you feel about yourself on the inside. And that transcends and is a reflection of the life that you're living. So, I pretty much just want to touch up on that. I'm wait till a little bit more people join. What's going on? What's going on, Liam? What's going on with you, family? I know I ain't been on here in a little minute, man. And I got on here earlier. I usually do these at 6 supposedly, but I've been trying to switch it up a little bit, bro. Y'all can hear me good though, cause my computer is a little loud. I'm hoping it don't cut off. My dog Liam, he said, "How are you?" I'm good, bro. You know me. I always get on here and be thankful. When you wake up and you have the ability to do what you want to do, I feel like your life is a reflection of everything in the way that you feel on the inside, bro. So always just have that positive mindset, understanding that I'm blessed, even on my worst days. How y'all feeling though? What's going on, Jordan Phillips? How you feeling? But yeah, like I was saying, man, even on my worst days, like I'm blessed. I'm happy to just wake up and have control over my life. Not too many people even have the freedom that we have, can even get on here and communicate with y'all. So, peace is definitely a mentality for sure. But how everybody feeling? How you feeling, Leon? What time is it out there in Canada? K Dot, what's going on with you, K Dot? It's funny. Every time I get on here to these mental health check-ins, I swear everybody always want to talk about relationships. It's funny. I feel like that's just what majority of people go through, just relationship problems, bro. But you got to get right. You got to focus on yourself for a little bit. That's what it's going to boil down to. They say self-love is the best love. It ain't nothing wrong with being in a relationship, but the problem with relationships these days is that people rely so heavily on the next person and they don't believe that they're doing more taking than giving. I believe that a relationship should be 50-50. It should be mutual. You should pour into each other. And if that's not what's happening for you, bro, it's not something that you need to be focused on right now. Get in the gym, use it as motivation to better yourself. We all go through it. Definitely the last thing that you want to have though is a victim mindset. I feel like that's what a lot of people have and it just makes them be in a worse position mentally because they develop this sense of this victim mindset just puts you in a position to feel sorry for yourself. But we all go through it, bro. You're human, I'm human. The same relationship problems you going through right now is probably the same stuff I went through or I'm going to go through. It's just a big cycle. At some point, we all got to learn. So just embrace what you're going through. Don't run from it. Take pride in it and really just keep it pushing because your struggles are really what makes you you. You got to go through it. Y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me perfectly? My laptop kind of loud, man. Jordan, you said you could hear me, but hey, you can hear me, Liam? Let me know. Y'all see, I had to switch up the scenery a little bit. I was recording in my in like my little studio looking room, but I had to switch it up to the room, get a different little vibe, catch some sun in here from time to time, man. For sure. But y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. But I guess y'all can't hear me. Ain't nobody saying nothing. But to tie back into what I was saying about peace as a mentality though, is that I really feel like in life it's so easy to just get caught up and consumed by the world, bro. Like it's so much going on. It's so much negativity. It's so many angry people. It's so much stuff to just be consumed by in a sense. We really do got to take that time to do that deep work. It's good to reflect. It's good to reassess. Make sure that you know what's going on around you so that you can be at peace. When I was younger, I used to think peace was a place. I used to think that, once I got a certain amount of money or once I was around a certain type of people or in a certain environment that, I would naturally just be happy or I would naturally just be at peace. But once you get all of those things, you quickly realize that it has nothing to do with any of that at all. That's why I'm not big on money. That's why I'm not somebody who just needs all the money in the world. I try to appreciate what I have. Not saying money is a problem. We definitely do need it to survive, but I focus more on being thankful for what I have than anything. Definitely take more time being thankful. But how y'all feeling though? How you feeling, K Dot? Good, bro. Busy week. Not really. It's tomorrow Thursday. It's only got a couple more days. Just keep pushing forward, get through it, finish the week strong. You already know how that go, for sure. But it'll be cool though, for sure. My laptop's so loud, I feel like y'all can't even hear me, man. Let's see. Yeah, but um I'm really trying to wait because I got some game for y'all. I'm just trying to wait till some more people dive in here. I definitely got some game for y'all. I ain't trying to just be talking to nobody, man. But at this day and age, we gotta find peace. We gotta have that balance. Life is way too hard to just allow yourself to be consumed by everything that you go through. I just made a video on that not too long ago. As humans, we experience 400 different emotions a day. That's 400 almost 400 different personalities that we kind of transition throughout the day. So what does that tell you? That tells you right then and there that there's going to be times where we're up, there's going to be times where we're down. We just have to find that balance. We have to always be content and at peace with who we are, being able to pull yourself from that low point and back up to where you need to be mentally. But it's just who we are. Y'all can hear me good? Let me know. Nah, y'all can't hear me. Ain't nobody. But how y'all feeling? What's going on? Y'all gotta speak to me, man. Feel like all right, we just gonna get into it. But um one thing that I really wanted to touch up on with y'all tonight is just why I felt like it's very important. If you want anything to pass or if you want to get over anything in your life, you gotta just give it time. I feel like just being young and being so in the mix, it's easy for us to get overwhelmed with the idea of not only letting go, but just that idea or that thought of moving on. Because letting go and moving on are two different things and they require a lot of energy. And what we don't realize in that moment is the fact that once we go through the motions of trying to pursue one thing, it drains us in a sense, and we may not even have the energy that we need to get over the next thing. So in order to get anywhere in life, you have to be able to allow things to pass. You have to be able to allow time to pass so that you could properly heal and push forward whatever it is next that you need to overcome. And even with me, some of the biggest challenges that I faced in my life, I spoke about this in a couple of my other videos, but I used to play basketball for San Diego, city, just a little college out there. And at the time, basketball was something that I wanted to do long term. I had told myself I wanted to go to the NBA and stuff like that. I feel like a lot of people's dreams, you want to go be a professional athlete or be a singer or whatever the case may be. But long story short, I had a coach and he told me if you quit, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to quit anything else in life. And in that moment, I didn't understand that concept of quitting. I didn't understand what he meant. I didn't understand what he meant by if you quit one thing, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to quit anything else. When you're young and you're doing what you're doing, it's just, you don't really hear nobody else's opinion on your life. So, what that taught me. Oh, what's going on, Jasper? What's going on with you, man? What's going on, Jordan? Family. But yeah, just to keep going on what I was saying, when the coach told me that, in that moment, I didn't really understand that concept of quitting. But one thing that it did teach me is the fact that if you're passionate about something or if you want to do something with your life, quitting should never be in your mind. And if you do quit, you have to understand and take in that the passion was probably not there, or on the other end, it was something more profitable in a sense that you could be spending your time on. So I believe that life is all about sacrifices. If you want something out of life, you have to give something. At that moment, at that time, I knew that I had to sacrifice playing basketball in order to reach a next, level or next point in my life. It's not something that I necessarily wanted to do, but it's something that I had to go through in order to expand mentally. A lot of people just ain't really willing to take that chance. A lot of people ain't willing to get out their comfort zone and go make something else happen for themselves. But you got to be that person that's willing. You have to be that person that's willing to sacrifice whatever it is that you need to sacrifice in order to get to that next level. It could be people too. It could definitely be people. What's going on with you, Jasper? How you feeling, man? I'm doing good though. I'm blessed. My boy Jordan, he said Fire Station 13. What's going on? But we just got to take the time to develop healthier habits. I feel like we waste so much time on pointless things that are not going to get us anywhere in life. We got to be more intentional with our time. We got to be way more intentional with our energy. It's the only way that we're going to get somewhere. That's the only way that we're going to be able to expand and open the doors for our lives and to get somewhere further. But to tie back into that, that idea of sacrifice, whatever it is that you have planned ahead for you is way more important and worth it than whatever it is that you're going through right now. You could be going through the worst things in your life. This could be the worst time for you. You could be struggling financially. You can be going through a breakup, but you don't take the time to see that, all right, I need to go through this in order to get to where I need to be. I'm going through this breakup right now because a year from now, I'm going to meet the love of my life. People don't necessarily understand that, but that's just something that you got to take into account. You got to be willing to let certain things go in order to receive that best version of life that's meant for you. I had to let go of past habits in order to get to where I'm at. I'm human. I still make mistakes, but life is definitely a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's okay. Slow it down from time to time. It's okay to take a break and really just get your mind right so that you can make proper decisions. But something gonna have to go in order to receive the life that you want to live. A lot of the times we don't realize that it could be people. It could even be your family members that's not help pushing you towards that end goal. It could be anything or anyone. But what's going on with y'all? How y'all feeling, man? Y'all know just the regular mental health check-ins. I was trying to wait till some more people join, but I went live at a different time. People probably ain't even on here right now. They ain't even expected me. But how y'all feeling tonight? Good Wednesday. Anything on y'all mind? Y'all already know. Drop it in the chat. We can elaborate. We can get y'all right. We gonna finish the week off strong. It's a good Wednesday. Got like 2 days left of grinding, working hard before majority of people could chill out. My boy Jordan, he a firefighter. Shout out to him. He said it's going crazy out there. But one thing that I know for sure though is it definitely does take strength. It takes strength to watch the people that you may love or you may care about, pass. You got to let it go. If they not helping building you up, if they not helping get you to that next point or that next level that you need to be in life, they're not even worth having around. And this was one of my biggest problems. I used to always feel sad, or I used to feel like I owed people my time or my energy, but we got to start being more selfish. Not saying, you can't give. I'm not talking about that type of selfish, but I mean, we got to start being more selfish with our energy and where we spend our time. Because if people aren't helping build you up, if they're not helping you get to that next level, then what are they really around for? What are they really around for? It doesn't matter if it's family, friends, whoever. If you got goals, if you're trying to reach a certain point and people are not helping you get to that point, then what are they in your life for? Ask yourself that. If you can't call your friends right now and talk business, talk growth, whatever, entrepreneurship, work, and just progression in general, those are not the type of friends that you need. Because I don't know about y'all, but I would much rather have people around me knowing that we're all building each other up. Yeah, exactly. I don't even know how to say your name, but exactly. Allocate your energy to people you actually value, for sure. I definitely agree. I feel like we spend so much time investing in people, and not only people, but places that really just don't deserve that investment at all. And it's hard. We just got to be selfish from time to time. I was raised in a very like loving family, I guess you could say. It was just my mom, but she showed me a lot of love. So naturally, I was somebody who always just felt like I had to kind of people please in a sense, which tied to me or led to me investing in people that, I didn't need to invest in. It's all right to be selfish. We got to make sure that the people around us, the people that we have in our circle, are actually helping build us up. Because if they're not, then we just wasting our time. But how y'all feeling tonight? What's on y'all mind, man? If you ain't liked the video yet, drop a like for me. Push it out to more people so we can get this thing going. Yeah. But we just gotta have some type of value, man. Life gotta have some deeper meaning for us. I don't feel like anybody should just be living just to live. Like, we all have a purpose. We all have a plan, and we should definitely work towards that purpose or that plan on the daily basis. If you're out here and you're just free flowing through life without no sense of direction, it's just gonna drive you crazy. You're gonna get to the point where you feel stuck. You're gonna get to the point where you don't know what direction to go in, and that's because you ain't turn on your map quest. You ain't think before you did it. We all need to take that time to really understand our purpose and our true passions in life, so that can better help dictate the direction that we go in. You definitely need a sense of direction, and that sense of direction will put you in a position to allow the people necessary in order to help towards your self-improvement journey. So I just feel like it all ties in and goes hand in hand. But how y'all feeling though? What's on y'all mind? Anything y'all going through? How was y'all week? Chop it up with me. Talk to me, man. On another thing I really wanted to talk about too is just how important it is to be kind, man. It's very important. We gotta take more time to be kind to one another. I don't know how to say your name. I'm gonna just say maybe not. That's what I got from it. But I'm in disbelief that it's going to be October in a week. I know, right? Crazy. This year flew by. It was definitely one of the years that I feel like each year I learned like a new major life lesson. So the year definitely flew by, but I'm thankful for all the experiences and the wisdom that I've gained throughout the year. I ain't got no complaints at all. But yeah, like I was saying about the kindness thing, we gotta understand that what you put out into the world is really what you get back. And just to clarify, when I do these mental health check-ins, it's just gonna be me bouncing all over the place. Whatever come to my mind, whatever y'all drop in the chat that y'all want me to elaborate on, y'all could do that. But I definitely get on here to check up on y'all to see how y'all feeling, what's going on with y'all day, anything crazy happened during y'all week. We just talk about it, and we just go from there. But I kind of just go on here, speak freely, anything that come to my mind, and I really just do it like that. Oh, Cass, no, she knows I just kind of get on here and I just kind of speak freely. So it ain't dedicated to one specific thing. It's anything that anybody may be dealing with. Y'all can get on here. Y'all can speak on it open freely. But that's pretty much what this is, man. Just a mental health check-in. I'm here for y'all. But how you doing, Kaz? I'm doing good. Yeah, I ain't been on live in a little minute. I had took probably like the last 2-3 weeks off just because I be thinking on a daily basis, trying to put stuff together. I'm thinking like, maybe I should try to switch it up, go live once a month. But I missed y'all, so I was like, man, I'm just gonna go live. I'm just gonna go live. I was like, I'm just gonna do it. So now I'm here, and it's still daytime where I'm at, uh, for sure. Yeah, Baby J Firehouse Station 13. Yeah, that's my dog, man. That's my family. Man, it's life. Life is crazy. We one thing about life that I really do want to emphasize on, and this is probably one of the main driving forces behind my life, honestly, is the fact that there is never going to be a perfect time. Can we talk about that real quick, man? Can we talk about that? There is never going to be a perfect time to do anything. I was just having a discussion with a friend about this the other day because she was speaking to me on how she was kind of waiting to move out her parents' house, because she's saving up financially and trying to put things together in her life. And what we came to conclusion is the fact that it's kind of like a trap in a sense, telling yourself that I'm waiting on a perfect time, because the more time that passes, the more comfortable that you get being in your comfort zone, which just means that you're consumed by this idea of comfort, right? So it just leads to complacency, and it leads to you ultimately probably never doing some of the things that you may say that you're going to do. So I wanted to get on here and tell y'all, man, that it's never going to be a perfect time to do anything at all. If you got a risk that you're going to take that risk. If you have something that's been on your mind that you've been wanting to do it. If you got to fail. I promise you, you will be okay. But do not sit around and wait on a perfect time. The perfect time to me, honestly, is whenever you have that idea and you have enough motion to kind of get the ball rolling, then get the ball rolling. Even I spoke on this before, even when I started this YouTube channel, I didn't have a camera. I probably didn't have a mic. If y'all look back at my old videos from 6, 7 months ago, I was speaking probably into my phone. But I say that to say that there's never going to be a perfect time. You just have to take whatever you have, take that idea, and just start. You're going to fail no matter who you are. Along the way, whether it's in the beginning or it's closer to the end, you're going to fail. You just have to accept that. I really enjoy these check-ins, especially this month because it's Suicide Awareness Month. So be kind to people. Exactly what Cass said. Be kind to people. Definitely just be, considerate, more considerate than anything. I feel like as humans, it's kind of in us naturally to be kind of selfish in a sense. And there's certain things that we should always be selfish with, like, our time. We should value our time, but you definitely want to put more emphasis on being kind to the next person. I'm somebody that believes that you got to treat people how you want to be treated. And I don't know about y'all, but I want to be treated good. I want to be treated, with respect and with a lot of love. That's just what I like to be surrounded by. I feel like if we all spent 1 second out of the day to just be considerate, the whole world would be completely different. But, there are people out here who don't think like us in this group chat. There's people out here who don't necessarily care too much about spreading kindness. But, that's just what it is. But we need to do our parts. And I believe that each and everything that you see in the world is made up of, let's just say, atoms, you know what I'm saying? Just tinier parts of a bigger structure, right? And they all amount to a bigger picture. So if we spend the time doing our part and somebody sees that we're doing our part, it becomes contagious. More people start being kind, more people start being genuine and loving to one another. And then it just makes the world a lot more peaceful and a happier place. Maybe not even the small gestures of kindness can really make someone's day. Exactly. It doesn't have to be too much. It doesn't have to, you know. be anything extra. You don't have to give $1 million to a person. You could be walking out the grocery store and just be respectful to somebody or speak to them the right way, and it may hit them different. It's to the point in my life where when I go out, I'm usually the most respectful person that I'm surrounded by for some reason. I don't know if people just don't understand this concept of being genuine and kind to the next person, but I'm always a super thank you. I appreciate you so much, holding a door or whatever the case may be, simply because I believe this is how I was raised, but I definitely believe that you should want to put this out into the world, not only to get it back in return, but just to look out for the next person. You never know what somebody's going through. You never know what's on the next person's mind. That's why I always take the time to just let people speak. I always take the time to just hear people out. And just taking that time, you'll never know what you could learn about the next person. You'll never know. And that's a big reason why I wanted to start doing these lives too, because it puts me in a position to view things from your guys' perspective, which in a sense educates me. The more perspectives you have, the more you learn, the more you're able to tell. So I definitely love it, man. I definitely agree. But like we were mentioning earlier, as far as you just got to stick to the plan. It's going to be very, very easy to get caught up in life. Each and every last one of us, we go through things. You got to keep pushing forward. Like I said, if you got something that you want to do, maybe risky, whatever it may involve, do it, fail. It's okay. Something that's going to help you overcome that is surrounding yourself by the right people. Because if you have people in your circle, like we were mentioning earlier, it's Suicide Awareness Month. Be kind. If you have people around you that are kind and that are actually helping you, it'll be a lot easier to overcome that idea of failure. We all need somebody, even if you have nobody, no matter who you are. As humans, naturally, we're social beings. It's just what it is. You don't have to like people to need people, but we can't just live confined in our own space 100% where we're not social. That's kind of how you go crazy. That's what they do to people in prisons when they put them in like solitary confinement. They can't speak to people. They're not surrounded by people. Is because we feed off each other's energy. When somebody's putting something out there, we receive this, we take this in. Makes us feel good when we run into somebody outside that has positive energy and they're having a good day and they share this with us. It makes us feel good too. Like, man, their energy rubbed off on me. That's why I believe that it's very important for us to pay attention to people's energy. Energy is definitely contagious, for sure. If y'all ain't like the video, do me a big favor, like the video so we push this out to more people. You know, I'm trying to check up on everybody, see how y'all all doing. Good Wednesday. We got 2 days left in the week before it's Friday. Wait, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, so kind of like really not even two, but man. But what's been on y'all mind though? What y'all going through? Anything y'all went through? I ain't been on here in a couple weeks. I really want to see anything different happen in y'all lives. Y'all still working? What's going on? But more importantly, whatever it is that you're doing, whether you work every day, 8 hour shifts, you got to stick to the plan. You definitely have to stick to the plan, man. There's gonna be ups and downs. There's gonna be bad days, but you got to keep pushing forward. You got to tell yourself that you got a bigger purpose. You have somewhere that you need to get. It's really that simple. Thing about life is that when so many people don't see progress right away or when they may want to, That's how people get discouraged. That's how people lose that hope. They lose that initial spark that they had at the very beginning, because when we have ideas to do something in life, we all start good for the most part. We feel good, we're energized. Okay, I'm gonna invest in this, see how this goes. I'm gonna start this new business. I feel good. 3 months later, they don't have that same enthusiasm, they don't have that same spark, because they may have got discouraged. Things may have not have went the way that they wanted it to go. So you got to really understand that you may not always see progress early. You may not be somebody who gets that overnight success. You got to be able to persist through that feeling. Even me, I had the same feeling every day. Y'all all know, I'm not somebody that's big on YouTube, nowhere near big. Pretty much a small YouTube channel, if that, probably a little less than small, but I still push my message. I still try to keep my confidence, because I understand that what I'm pushing is way bigger than me. The positive stuff that I'm putting out into the world, people need this. Life isn't always jokes and games all day. Sometimes we got to be able to take that time away to do that deep work and think. And I'm the person for it. I'm the person that's going to put you back in that right headspace, so that you can keep pushing forward and you can actually make something happen in your life. Because, like I said before, life is definitely a marathon. It's not a sprint. We need to start treating it as such. Maybe not said I'll be working right now, but I'll be going to college in less than a year. Hey, best of luck. Best of luck. You got it, man. I just graduated probably I think it's been like 7, 8 months now. Graduated from college. I didn't get a bachelor's though. I got an associate's. You're probably gonna go for associates and do it big for real. But good luck. You definitely got it. Less than a year. See, they got their plan already mapped out. Another thing we need to start doing too, we need to decrease, and I made a video on this as well. We need to decrease the time between having an idea and executing. 1,000%. We get tons of ideas on a daily basis. Like I said, as humans, we have over 400 different emotional experiences a day. You know, so we just gotta decrease that time. When you get that idea, map it out, and really try your best to get started on it as soon as possible. I used to be somebody who thought so far ahead about the future. I want to do this, and 5 years from now, I'm going to be this and do that. And that's cool for the bigger picture. I believe that you should always have some type of vision mapped out. But we got a lot going on today. We got a lot going on today. What about today? What are we going to do right now in this very moment that's going to help us reach that end goal? Is there anything that we could be working on? Is there any type of content that we can be viewing or allow ourselves to consume that's going to put us in a position to expand or get to that end goal? We got to do it. We got to do it. Got to. But yeah, man, life is crazy. Life is crazy. But I'm thankful, man. I love the journey. I love the idea and the ability to be able to really just transform. I like growth in every aspect of life, physically, mentally, spiritually. You can just grow, you can expand. I don't believe there should ever be a point where any of us are just like, okay, this is it. It's not it. If you reach your point or your peak physically and you get your dream body or you got everything going, got to move on to the next. Get your mind right. You get your mind right, move on to the next. Get right spiritually, whatever that may be for you, and just keep growing. And the best thing that I like about that is the fact that the people around you, you can naturally affect or how you say, you can naturally just tend to take a toll on them simply by them witnessing you growing. When somebody working hard around you, I'm telling you, that's why I believe that your friends are very important and who you surround yourself by. But when you have people who are really pushing forward and pushing towards something around you, it motivates you to do something with yourself. It just does. They say birds of the same feather flock together, and it's true. It's definitely real. For sure. We just need to take the time, man, to make ourselves an asset. We got to be valuable, not only in a workspace, but just in general, especially to the people that we have in our lives. We have to always be a asset. I feel like as kids, that should be the time where we're liabilities and we need everything. We're not really valuable. Not saying we're not valuable, we are, but in a sense, we're not an asset yet. You become an asset by just increasing your overall worth, building something, establishing yourself, making your mark on the world. How many people's lives can you change? How many people are around you that are becoming more motivated and actually starting to move different and live different type of lives? That's the way that I judge it. That's the way that I view this idea of becoming an asset. Because what's the point if you're somebody that is in a certain environment and you're elevating and you see that everyone around you is staying in the same position or getting lower? I'm not saying you're accountable or you should be responsible for the next person, but if you can't help build those people up around you or those that you love, then what does it really mean at that point? Because I'm somebody that believes that what's the point of really, becoming successful if you can't enjoy it with the people that you love or the people that witness you at the very bottom? We all want to be great, we all want to be successful, but all that money in the world is not going to mean nothing if you can't enjoy it with the people that was with you from the jump. It just ties into what I was saying earlier with us being social beings, with us needing people. Energy is very contagious. We got to be kind. Like maybe not said, a good work-life balance is important for sure. You got to have that balance. That's why with me, what I tell myself, and this is just a little side note, it's a little off topic, but what I tell myself is that, if you work hard all week, you grind all week, then there's nothing wrong with taking a day off or two to relax and chill. But you definitely shouldn't reward yourself for bad behavior. If you're not doing the things that you need to do, then you shouldn't reward yourself for that. We're all grown adults now, and at this point, I don't think anybody is just going to whoop any of us like physically. So you have to be the person that disciplines yourself. You have to be. For sure. We kind of just got to parent ourselves in a sense. We got to be our own parents. Really, it's just an accountability thing, holding yourself accountable. A lot of adults may not do this point or do this at this age, which is crazy, but we all got things that we need to work on. I'm somebody that I got a lot to work on, but I just share my experiences and my viewpoints. Everything that you guys see me speak on here is stuff that I've went through firsthand because I can only talk about things that I've witnessed and went through. But man, I battle every day. I wake up sometimes I don't feel like going to the gym. I don't feel like recording every day. Sometimes I just want to relax. But when you got somewhere that you need to be or you got something that you need to do, you got to put your emotions aside. Naturally, as humans, our emotions are given the upper hand over logic. And with that being said, we got to keep that in mind when we make that initial decision. Okay, right now, I know that I'm probably thinking out of emotions. Let me give myself a couple minutes to get my mind right so I can start thinking logically and make a rational decision before I do something that I regret. That's all it is. Nobody's perfect. I know I just be on here just going on little rants, man. It's just anything that come to my mind that I may have experienced or went through during the week. I just be sharing freely. Anything y'all got on y'all mind, we elaborate on it and really just chop it up for real. What is going on, man? What is going on with y'all? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? K dot facts, bro. Can you speak on self growth process? Okay. Uh, for starters, let's say this. Let me put this out there. Treat all of your accomplishments like big accomplishments. Let me clarify before y'all go crazy in the chat. Um, Personally, I'm somebody that overlooked so many little things in my life that I may have accomplished. And what happens is over time, you may not see the value in that. You're just less appreciative of those accomplishments. So, in order to fully grow, you have to be aware of growth and you got to know that it's present, right? And what this does to you is that when you're appreciative and when you learn to live in the moment, you just appreciate that form of growth, whatever it is, anything. If you're waking up on time, if you're eating the meals that you're supposed to be eating, going to work, whatever the case may be, acknowledge that you're actually doing great. Positive self talk. I'm doing great, man. I'm making a lot of progress. I'm getting somewhere. You need to put these things out into the world because mentally you tell yourself, when you tell yourself this, it starts to transcend in your life and you'll realize that your life is becoming a lot better. So, in order to really grow and get somewhere, you have to acknowledge that you're actually growing. You can't keep yourself in this old headspace. You can't continuously tell yourself if it's not something big or if others don't notice it that I'm not growing because that's not the case. There's different levels of growth, and one person's growth or opinion on growth is not going to be the same as the next person's. You just have to acknowledge that you're getting somewhere. Slow motion is always better than no motion, and as long as you're pushing forward and you're constantly trying to get to that next point, you just have to acknowledge that. Man, so with somebody like me personally, I really just spend more of my time just being appreciative. I spend a lot of my time just actually enjoying the process. The little things, like I was mentioning before, you have to just be aware. You have to be more aware than anything. You don't want to spend your time overlooking, milestones that you're actually hitting to the point where you're going to get to the point in life where you're just kind of like, okay, well, I made it here. I didn't celebrate anything from the past that I may have overcame, the challenges that I may have faced. And now this version of success that I've reached doesn't even feel like success because I didn't even allow myself to embrace everything that came with the process. To me, it's not even about success. It's not even about the end goal. It's about the journey. It's about everything that you have to go through in order to get to that point of success. That's what really makes you. That's what really makes or breaks a person. When everybody gets to where they want to be, if you really think about it, if you get to where you want to be in life and you're content, you have all the money, you have everything that you want, what else? What's possibly next? You do most of your living throughout the journey. You experience the most throughout the journey. You learn the most throughout the journey. And this is exactly why we have to go through certain things in order to reach that next version of ourselves. We all learn through experiences. We don't learn just by getting placed in a position where we acquire everything that we may want and we're just cool and content. No, that's not what it's about. Anything that you don't have to work for is just going to be valued less. And that's just what it is. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter the way that you were raised. If you do not have to work for something or earn something, it is just going to be valued less. Think about it. When you go out and you spend your hard earned money on food, you're probably going to take the time to finish that food. But if somebody else buys you food and you may not be hungry, you probably be like, all right, I'm gonna probably eat a couple bites and throw it away. You value it less. It's just how we are as humans naturally. But always just take into account, man, that you got to really just enjoy the process. Any form of growth is growth. You got to acknowledge it. K dot, just acknowledge it, man, and really just appreciate the process. Like I said before, I was somebody who I never took the time to be grateful or really thankful for the milestones that I may have hit. You know, when I graduated from boot camp when I was in the military, I didn't even celebrate. I just felt like, okay, I did it. What next? I was always kind of pushing forward, like, what's next? What's next? What's this and what's that? And you just get to a point where you're just doing so much and you're not even necessarily taking things in for what they are. You got to think about it. Before you even accomplish something, it started as a thought. So that thought itself should be enough for you to celebrate. You took the time to actually plan, you took the time to actually work on the thing that you're trying to pursue, right? Or you pursued. So just enjoy it, take it in. Really just take it in, man. Really. That's why I be trying to tell, the people that I be around, it's okay. It's okay, but really just understand that you need to enjoy the process. You need to really just slow it down a little bit. That's what it's about. Just slowing it down. Feel like we just be moving so fast, we be having so much going on in our lives that we don't take the time to just take everything in. We don't take the time to acknowledge each and every small detail that goes on in our lives. When we wake up in the morning, a lot of people aren't thinking in their head, "Oh, I thank God so much that I'm able to walk and see," just simply because we're so used to it. But those small things amount to a bigger picture. Be thankful. Be thankful for each and every experience or each and everything that puts you in a position to grow and expand. Definitely embrace it. So that's pretty much my self growth process, K dot. I really just take more time, just being more observant these days, taking things in for what they are, and really just trying to live more in the moment, man. Trying to just live more in the moment. But don't be consumed by the moment, though. There's a huge difference between living in the moment and being consumed by the moment. When you're consumed by the moment, it's easy for you to get overwhelmed. But when you're living in the moment, you're just embracing it, taking it in for what it is, for sure. But you just gotta see, you just gotta see life itself as an opportunity. Even failure itself is an opportunity. That's one thing about me. I've never been afraid to fail, like ever. And you can't be afraid to fail, no matter who you are. You gonna fail, and it's gonna sound a little weird, but you should want to fail. You should want to be put in a position where you learn. You should. But if you made it to the end of the video, I think everybody is out of here now, so I'm probably gonna get ready to wrap it up. But man, if you made it to the end, man, if anybody's still in here, they going in and out, so we gonna wrap it up. But like I said, if you made it to the end, I appreciate you so much. This is the weekly mental health check-ins. I usually do them weekly. Lately, I've been switching it up a little bit just simply because I've been a little busier, so I've been trying to just adjust, you know. So I appreciate y'all so much for tuning in. Maybe not. You have a good night, bro. Thank you so much for tuning in. But like I said, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. It's your boy Blue Jay Tay. If you want to join the Discord, I had a Discord up. The link is in the description for anybody that want to join it. I pretty much just made it. It's just a community of like-minded individuals. We all speak. We talk life. We talk growth. We talk anything that you're going through on a daily basis. Y'all can personally reach out to me, communicate with me, and I'll respond probably within an hour, sooner than that. So the link is in the description of that, man. I appreciate y'all so much, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.